Change of Authorization, COA, is a way for network administrators to change the properties of an Authentication, Authorization, and Accounting AAA session after it has been authenticated. Starting with version 4.1.3, this feature is available on Catalyst 1300 switches. Cisco Identity Services Engine, ISE, can be used as a dynamic authorization client to test this functionality. In this first of a three-part episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll explain COA on Cisco Catalyst 1300 series switches. Next. I'll start with some important details of COA and how it works with the Catalyst 1300 switches. COA follows a set of RFC-based extensions, specifically RFC 3575 and 5176 to the Radius protocol. When a policy for a user or group within AAA changes, an administrator can send Radius COA packets from the AAA server, ISE, to reinitialize authentication and apply the new policy. A dynamic authorization client, the Radius server, sends a disconnect or COA message to the dynamic authorization server, the switch. This is the reverse of the typical Radius terminology, where the switch is considered the Radius client and the ISE is the Radius server. Effective communication between the dynamic authorization client and server is essential, meaning the switch and the ISE must have direct connectivity. However, they do not need to be on the same subnet. This network diagram provides further details about the operation and the direction of requests. COA requests, as outlined in RFC 5176, are utilized for session identification, host reauthentication, and session termination. The model includes a single COA request and two possible response codes: COA acknowledgement, COA ACK, and COA non-acknowledgement, COA NAC. A COA client, typically a Radius or policy server, initiates the request, which is then received by the listener device. If an authorization status is successfully modified, a COA ACK is returned, with the attributes varying based on the COA request. Conversely, a COA NAC indicates a failure to change the authorization state and may include attributes that specify the reason for the failure. COA is an extension to the Radius protocol, with the ISE sending packets to UDP port 1700 by default on the switch. Supported commands and responses include 40. This is a disconnect request, which is processed by the switch. The switch replies with either a 41 disconnect ACT or a 42 disconnect NAC. 43 is COA request processed by the switch. The switch replies with either 44 COA ACK or 45 COA NAC. Once COA is configured on the switch, you can utilize its features from within ISE. That brings me to the end of part 1. Click the link in the description to be brought to part 2, where I'll show how to utilize its features from within ISE. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.